So, since 1990, officials have discovered over 140 tunnels breaching the southern border of the United States. The government has finally decided to try to do something about this. And we saw on Fox News this week that the House of Representatives passed a bipartisan bill meant to crack down on Mexican cartels' use of tunnels underneath the southwestern border to smuggle illegal immigrants and illicit items into the U.S.
When Trump was in previously, we were having a lot of preventative measures taken to make sure that the cartels and the traffickers did not get over here. And there was a lot of focus on the wall, but it was kind of inconsistent. And this seems to be like almost like they didn't want us to know that it was happening. And now all of a sudden it's coming out. So that's awfully curious because I've known about it for a while, but it's not mainstream at all.
No, it's not. And when I saw a picture of one of these tunnels, just doing the research this week, I was flabbergasted because I was expecting, like the idea of like we're breaking out from a prison island and we're digging a tunnel with a spoon type of situation, something like that. But it wasn't. It was like this looks like somebody came in and constructed a tunnel, and there's a hatch and there's all this stuff, and I was like, man, this is weird. So it's called the Subterranean Border Defense Act, and it would require U.S. Customs and Border Protection to submit an annual report to Congress about cartels' use of tunnels and how U.S. law enforcement was looking to combat it. So the crazy thing is they actually tried to pass a bipartisan bill under Biden's administration and were unsuccessful, and it was reintroduced by Representative Eli Crane, Republican of Arizona, and Representative Lou Correa, a Democrat, a representative from California. So there's a very bipartisan bill, and we saw apparently one person push back against it.
So that was 402-1. And who voted against it? It was Rashida Tlaib. In November 2023, she was censured from the House of Representatives, not censured, which is a formal statement of severe disapproval. And why? She said the phrase, "From the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free." And what is that? That is a slogan that implies the elimination of the state of Israel. She voted against this tunnel bill. And all I'm going to say is that Palestine, hey, we want the people of Palestine to be free. We want them to be thriving. But Hamas is over Palestine. They're the ones the de facto government in Palestine, and they have a massive tunnel network that is a critical threat to Israel that they use for cross-border attacks, they use for weapon smuggling, people smuggling, terrorist activities. So, but I just think it says a lot that she was the only person that voted against this, and she was also one who was censured.
At the risk of getting made fun of by this group, I would say this actually paints some of the Democrats in a better light. And I honestly believe most Democrats probably don't want to destroy America. In this case, Ryan, this one person that voted no, I think she outed herself in it's very obvious and clear she does hate America. She shouldn't be in political office, right? But also, you didn't see a lot of people joining her team in this instance. Right. We actually had a bipartisan bill that was passed and that a lot of people got behind and supported. And I think it took, in one sense, a strong leader to do that, and it took a non-election year, the first year out of a 4-year term, in order to make that happen. And I think that's where that was the point I'm trying to make is when the political games are not in play, then the people that really are anti-Americans and anti-America and anti-peace, true peace in the world, they're the ones that they rise to the top, and we can kind of see them more clearly, and we see what was just the political game.
My thought was I'm sure there was definitely some sense on the Republican side of okay, we don't want to make the Democrats give them a win right here before the election to be okay, yeah, they're pro, border security. Maybe there was some of that going on, but I also had to think of you have a Democrat president, the entire time, and we already have a law on the books that says it's illegal to enter the United States. Yeah. You are able to execute that law.
If you're enjoying this conversation, you can get access to the exclusive full-length version on filibustedshow.locals.com. There's a link below. And if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe.